Hello, welcome back to my channel, Taurus. This is your reading for September 28th to October 4th. This is Delilahs Spiritual Spot. I'm Delilah Rose. Please take this opportunity to take note of my website on the screen here. There you find my blog and podcast. You'll also be able to message me, and I have an advice column there basically, and you can send me your question and I'll answer it using the tarot. On my podcast, it's totally anonymous. You're not going to be recorded. So let's just get into this reading for you. Angels. Angels, I feel like, yeah, we need some healing here. We need to ask our angels because we're going through a rebirth. Interesting. I'm going to clarify these two cards using my deck, Intuition's Past Oracle. They're not available on mass market. I'm working on that, so let's just get into this cards. Very active. If you're interested in the crystals, you have selenite. You actually have number 22, an angel number. So angels twice here. Selenite, melanite, and what's interesting, 19 equals a 10. So you're completing something. You're completing whatever lesson it is you need to learn here. We have protector card, and I love that. Because Tauruses are notoriously protective over the people they love, almost to a fault. You know, Tauruses, you need to learn how to let people make their mistakes. Let's get into these tarot cards. I see it's a time for self-healing, Taurus. So subconscious, conscious advice from Spirit. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and I'm going to clarify those cards. I may clarify right away, or I may draw out 3 cards. However Spirit guides me to lay out these cards is what happens. I don't always do it the same way, and sometimes I do it the same way. Let's see. Yeah, some choices has to be made here. 10 of Swords in the conscious mind. You're feeling betrayed. Also another 10. But it's the completion of whatever it is you're going through. It's over. 6 of Swords in advice. I think that came out for another sign. I've done like one other reading here, and I think I got the 6 of Swords in the last one. The Well, clarifying the subconscious. The 6 of Pentacles, clarifying the 10 of Swords, and I actually love that message. The Queen of Cups, clarifying the 6 of Swords here. The bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. Let me leave that up here because that actually completes the message here. Angels, you need to rely on your higher self. If you believe in angels, then it's your angels and spirit guides. We all don't have the same beliefs, but they kind of mesh. If you look at different religions and different spiritual practice, there's a common thread in there. If you don't believe in anything, believe in yourself. You're your own saving grace. And that's for my people who don't necessarily believe in God. But I happen to believe in the higher power angels. So believe in the beings that are meant to help us and guide us on our path, because you are going through a rebirth here after this betrayal. And if you recall, I said we are the ultimate protectors. I'm a Taurus. Tauruses are the ultimate protectors, and it's almost to a fault. We have to learn how to let people fall. We have to learn how to let people go. We tend to hold a little too tight. I'm guilty of all of that. We have the 2 of Swords here, Tauruses. So the 2 of Swords, subconsciously, you know that you have to make this choice. In this case, do I stay or do I go? So this is directly in reference to a relationship. It's letting people go that no longer serve us, giving up that protection, and using it to protect yourself. So subconsciously, you're wrestling with this choice here. The well is telling you to dig deep. Subconsciously, you're at the end or the bottom of the well. You are digging in, you are finding your strength, you are finding who you are, and you're going to come through this, because this relationship for many of you, now, whether it can be a romantic relationship or it can be someone you just have to let go. I'm leaning towards a romantic relationship here because of the emotional presence that's here. Um, but it can also mean letting family go and finding the balance of yourself. This is the give and take. But because of this balance issue, because Spirit is telling me this is a relationship that or a romantic relationship that has to be let go. So we have this betrayal here with this Ten of Swords. So that's the gossip, that's the cheating, that's the stabbing in the back. That's everything that's stressing you out and making you feel less than, right? Six of Pentacles here is a give and take, right? So all relationships should be reciprocal. So you should never feel alone in your relationship. You should never feel alone in your family. Like, if you're feeling alone amongst people who are supposed to love you, that should trigger you to say that whatever that relationship is does not serve you anymore, and it's time to move on. In the advice column here, we have the Six of Swords. We have a person leaving. You could have left emotionally, or you could have physically left. If you left emotionally, you need to work on the physical leave because you've already checked out, right? The advice from Spirit is know when to give up. And give up has a negative connotation to it only if you apply it there. Giving up just simply means I'm not going to do this anymore. I am not going to stress out. I'm not going to give this attention. I'm not going to give you my attention. I'm not going to give you my heart, my protection, my love, because you're not doing anything for me. Spirit is saying to move on and to heal your heart, right? So the Queen of Cups is all about her emotions. She is balanced emotionally. She has enough of it together to give to someone else. Her well is full that she can feed someone else emotionally. If you stay in whatever relationship this is, Taurus, it's going to drain you. Your well will run dry. But again, with this presence here of this Page of Cups, you know this. You're on your journey to walk away. You're on your journey to survival. You're on your journey to self-preservation. Rely on your angels, your higher power, your higher self for your rebirth. I'm gonna pull an animal spirit card. And let's see. Oh, that was so hot. Well, I'm going to turn them all over. I normally don't do that, but I will. Give with gratitude and grace. This is also the Charity card, which I believe you're doing already. I believe, you don't expect anything back, and that's the problem here. You've been accustomed to not accepting anything back. You're giving with grace, and that's a wonderful thing. But when someone is constantly betraying you, you need to learn when to walk away, because Spirit has a plan. Embrace the in-betweenness, like between relationships, between the choice. Go within. Seek answers within from your angels. You have the Owl Spirit here because you see this very clear. It's just putting your plan into action, Taurus. And that is your message. Please take whatever is meaningful for you and leave the rest for somebody else. And this is Delilah's Spiritual Spot, and I am Delilah Rose.